welcome to another episode of the African Achievers Podcast with me, Charles Lubengo. Today I've decided that we talk about the word investment in the context of entrepreneurship. What does investment mean to an entrepreneur? So in essence, I'll be addressing the questions: when to invest, how to invest, and why invest. And just as a disclaimer, I'm not speaking from a point of being an expert, investment expert, but I'm speaking from my own personal observation over the years of being in the corporate world, and also my engagement with different entrepreneurs, small to medium enterprises mostly, and I've seen that majority of them are failing to sustain the business or their business practice for to pass it on to the next generation. And I think in essence the reason is the misconception of the word investment. So in other words, they think investment is just a once-off thing whereby you think of a business idea, find the source capital, and then invest in that particular idea. But in other words, it's not. I've observed that it takes more than just a once-off investment. So in other words, I've got two terms that I usually use. There is initial investment and infinite operational investment. So I'm gonna be dealing with the two, but I think I'll mostly deal with infinite operational investment, which is one that I observe as being misunderstood by many. Let's first of all start off by defining what is investment. What is the definition of investment? And I'm gonna extract a definition from the Cambridge dictionary. The Cambridge dictionary tells us that investment is the act of putting money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or get advantage, or money, effort, time, etc. So in essence, we are saying the definition is telling us that it is putting money, effort, and time, and etc. So it's not only those three keywords that has got that are essential to the definition of an investor. There's etc, and I think the etc applies to the context of each particular business, because remember, the dynamics of each and every field of investment are totally different. For those who invest in physical assets, it's different. For those who invest in intangible assets, it's totally different. For example, if you're talking of somebody who's going to open a workshop, a garage, a repair, motor vehicle garage workshop repair, you need a physical existence whereby your garage where you'll be doing the services. And you talk of somebody who is going to operate a service or a call center or an insurance investment, which is they've got total different dynamics in terms of how do they invest and the kind of people that they deal with. And this one is service, this one is they're both service. And let's talk of somebody probably who is manufacturing couches, with somebody who manufactures couches. The dynamics are different. This one is producing a product, the other one is producing a service. So the dynamics are different. That's where you find the word etc. But in essence, investment has to do with the investment of money, investment of effort, investment of time. So I think majority of us think that investment is only the initial money that you use to start a business, but we forget the effort, investment of effort. Sometimes we forget the investment of time. And I'm talking in the context of our small to medium enterprises, especially in Africa. We don't understand the value of investing in effort, investing in time. These qualities are very important. In my own personal kind of description, I describe them as the intangible assets of an investor. Right, so we're gonna talk about money as an investment and the capital to start a business. Money is really important as it allows you to kick off a business adventure. You need to buy assets, you need to buy equipment that you need to get your business running operationally. And then it doesn't end there. I think money investment is needed more along the way of the business. If your business entity is to become not just a 5-year lifespan kind of business, but something that you pass on to the next generation, equip the next generation, not just to be an entity that we create today. It lasts for 5 years. We buy a lot of cars and we live a flashy life, and then after that it's gone. It should be generational success, a generational progress that is inherited by the next generation. And for us to do that, I think it is worth to continuously invest in the business. How do we do that? Investment in terms of the infinite operational investment includes the investment into systems, management systems that allow you to properly manage your business entity and create accountability, responsibilities, administer and record keeping, and IT systems that are very functional. Many small to medium enterprises, they don't really take or consider the investment of systems, that's management systems, the IT systems that are competent and able to keep records, and the infrastructure that comes with the whole system that works and keeps big organizations sustainable. You would find that, that if you've got a laptop, or for example, as an small entrepreneur, if you've got a laptop that is very slow, it is costly. You need a laptop that blinks when you click. Not a laptop that drags the blink. You click now and then it blinks 5 minutes afterwards. Time is an asset. Remember, if today we are talking of the 30th of October 2024, you will never in your lifetime find or live in another 30 October 2024. So in other words, if you lose this moment of this day and if you don't utilize it, there won't be any other moment that you can replace it with. So in other words, we're saying time is very important, and you should have a system that responds promptly or respond instantly when you click. So functional, competent computers which are fast and reliable are needed. So you need to keep on making sure that you invest in assets like laptops, management systems, receipting systems to be able to keep to keep track of your sales, your profits and stuff. And you need also to invest in money in the sense of hiring people who are competent and qualified to do the job. This helps a lot. When people are educated and are competent in their job, it allows them to be people who are very productive, highly productive. There are less mistakes in terms of the production process. That means there is less waste in terms of the production. There is precision in the production process. And so for you to do that, to acquire those kind of expert and competent expertise, you need to pay them. So money comes in, it should be used in continuous process to acquire expertise who are able to competently execute tasks that enhance productivity and profitability. You should be able to acquire and to continuously acquire and reinvest in assets like laptops and systems that allows your company to run efficiently and competently. And also taking your employees for training. As long as you've got a system that is able to manage an HR, human capital system that is able to manage and competently hire people who have been background checked, and people who have been evaluated to be people who are competent in executing that particular job, be it with the experience or without. But if there is a competent HR, human resources or human capital department that is able to competently execute the human capital, you'll be able to identify people who are with training, and you'll be able to identify people with training for specific skills and be able to invest money in ensuring that these people are trained. How does it help? Like I said, there's less waste, there's high productivity, and people are motivated by fact of knowing that I've been skilled by a company, and the remuneration should be equitable. So whenever we've got employees, for you to keep the workforce loyal and productive enough, let's make sure that our remuneration is equitable to the efforts that they're investing in the company. So money is a continuous investment in the context that we competently reward our employees, we train them, we acquire systems that allows us to function efficiently, and we continuously outsource expertise that we think should be hired to in order to improve productivity and profitability in the organization. And then we come to marketing. Marketing is a very, very important function of an organization, but I think it can be done in a more economic way as long as we have put in place the right people to execute those functions. These days, there's the digital world, which is easy for many to use and it's very convenient. In marketing, I think I classify it under below the line marketing too, because it allows you've got total ownership of your campaign. So we should be able to invest in the campaigning, in marketing or creating brand awareness outside and making sure that people know us. And one of the most economic way to market a business is to have an excellent service, satisfactory service. Are we investing enough in our service? Are we training our people enough? Are we equipping our people with enough knowledge to serve our clientele? Are we investing in training to equip them with knowledge of what is it to serve customers and why do we serve customers? Are we educating them or equipping them with skills of understanding what does a customer bring to the table? So marketing, I think, is more efficient if it is generated through reputable and satisfactory service. Do you know that it is more expensive to acquire a customer than to retain? So when you are retaining a customer, that means you are not spending any much. Have you ever seen that? Let's talk about yourself. Whenever you make some purchasing decisions, especially on durables, usually your point of reference or your influence comes from people who have bought the product before. So if somebody has bought the product, you go to a friend and say, hey, I'm thinking of buying a cell phone. Which one do you recommend? People will definitely give you recommendations which are not influenced by a paycheck. They are not scripted. These are reviews that they're giving you based on their personal experience. So that's free marketing. So people, when they are satisfied with the service, they become voluntary sales agents who are not paid anything. And it's a reliable source of information for people who are intending to buy. So make sure that each and every customer who walks into your shop or into your business to get a service, get satisfied with what you've given them. It is an investment on its own. So you have invested in training your employees. You have also invested in making sure that your employees are equitably remunerated and they're motivated to work. So now the benefit is you are going to serve your customers to satisfaction and they are going to voluntarily become sales rep to market your business without any form of financial incentive. So that's another marketing. So the other marketing that we do, which is online digital campaigns and stuff, we are reinforcing on the existing positive brand perception that has been created by the service that we've been delivering to people who have experienced our service. So that's marketing. So it is important for us to keep on investing in our employees, as the ripple effect of the benefits of their happiness is very contagious. It goes on, it passes on to the customer, and the customer will then invite more customers for you for free. You don't spend anything. So that's an investment on its own. Let's talk about human effort. Effort on its own, it is a word that many people don't understand. Effort, it has to do with the commitment, the amount of interest that you put in your business. It's like listening to your employees, listening to your customers. engaging with your employees, no matter how low they are, be it shop floor workers, managers, and everything. Engage with them with interest. Don't engage with them with a bullying attitude, or engage with them with interest to find out what exactly is happening in the business. These are the people who have got the right information, because they engage daily with the very people who are the beneficiary of your service. So if you engage with your shop floor workers, they understand some of the things that are not even known by the management. So effort, it involves listening. It involves being sometimes hands-on in the business. If you have got a moment, just spend a moment to understand in practical, how does your system work and how is it performing and how are people feeling, be it engaging with your clients. Is very important. So you talk of social investment. Social investment, it has to do with your character. It has to do with your ambitions. As an investor, don't be the kind of person who get excited and get complacent as your business starts to perform well. Keep the ambition burning to an extent that it allows you to sustain the business beyond a single generation. It becomes a generational wealth creation. Pure effort of working long hours and with intensity. I remember my first days working for the marketing consultant or the agency industry. I used to be one person who was very cognizant of my time. I used to work time. So whenever my time to knock off was up, I would just pick up my laptop, pick up my stuff and go. And now the thing is, every day I would leave my colleagues there. And they will remain behind. And the next morning when I come, they will tell me, oh, we left here around 1 a.m. And I'm saying, are you crazy inside? And I'll say, why guys? And she said, no, you remember their deadlines. And I didn't understand it. And it's not like they were being paid overtime. They were doing it because they had the motivation. They had the love of what they were doing. So they were not working time, but they were working. They were working on the perfection of what they're doing. And it worked very well. And then reality came into me one day when I missed my deadline, and the intensity of the tension that I created between my boss and the client, and also my colleagues, because I was the only odd one out who had not met the target, the deadline. And then it taught me that when you work, when you're doing your work, you don't need to work time. You need to work towards the perfection of your task. And from then, I became somebody who is passionate with what I do. I don't mind long hours, but as long as I see that there is value in it, there is a value in making sure that I satisfy the target beneficiary of my service at that particular moment. And then change, being somebody who is willing to change. Majority of us are afraid of change, and for some reasons best known to us. But as an investor, you should also invest in the ability to accept change, especially in the present world that we are living in, which is very digital, and digital is evolving every minute. So as an investor, you should be able to understand that the character of accepting change is an investment on its own. It is an investment, and I've seen majority of small to medium enterprises, especially in Africa, there are people who are not very fond of the digital space. I've dealt with so many guys in my personal freelance consulting services of the digital services, digital marketing. Majority of the guys that I've created a website for, they fail to even sustain the payment of hosting fee, which is in some cases it was even 57 rand. They would fail to sustain that. It's because to them it didn't make any sense to pay for the hosting fee, yet they forget that even them, when they're buying these days, even when they've got a customer complaint, when they want to do a review, when they are shopping, they go for reviews. They check on the reviews first. When they're shopping, they check on the company, they check the existence of the company online. So, and they don't personalize it into their own kind of perception, perspective of saying, I've got a business, So people are doing the same when it comes to my name. When they hear about my name, they quickly go and search for it on the line online. They quickly want to make inquiries online. They do this. So we don't personalize the things that we expect others to do. So as an investor, you should be able to be very flexible and willing to change in this digital world that we're existing in. And human character. Human character, I think I'm going to have an episode which is specifically dealing with that, because it is a big topic. And when it comes to investment, many people undermine the relevance or the significance of human character. We are talking of trust. You personally, you watching, every product that you've engaged with, every product that you've bought, you bought because you trust the name. You trust the name that it will deliver. You trust the name that it won't disappoint you. You trust the people who are making that particular service because you trust that there are people who have got a reputation to keep, a reputation to build. So trust is really the essence of every business transaction that we do, but many people don't really take it for serious. So trust on its own is an asset that you need to keep on investing. And remember, trust is not just gained. I mean, it's not just received. Trust has to be gained. You have to earn it. So each and every small act that you do in your business builds up on trust. How much people trust you, how much your employees trust you, how much your stakeholders, other people, be it suppliers, be it whoever, middlemen, trust you. So trust is a very important quality in every entrepreneur, and very important. As invisible as it is indispensable. And then we come to discipline. Discipline is the ability to be ethical, doing the right thing when nobody's watching. Majority of us, especially the small to medium African entrepreneurs, we just want to do shortcuts because nobody's watching me. But the thing is, as much as they're not watching you now, your product, they will be watching your product. So when they watch your product and your product is not reflecting or is not satisfying their particular needs that they bought it for, that means as much as you thought you were not being watched, you were being watched from afar. And the ripple effects of somebody being disappointed in your product because something was found to have been cheated or ethics have been broken are so much long-living, because they affect once the reputation is negative, or once you have got a negative brand perception from your customers and stakeholders and all the people who make it happen for your organization, it becomes a disaster, and survival becomes an elusive dream. Sustainability, and knowledge, the ability to acquire knowledge consistently and continuously. You don't acquire knowledge just to start off your business. Wisdom is a quality that is gained over years of experiences. So you experience, you learn from experience, and then you utilize the knowledge. That's wisdom. Responsibility and accountability. There is lack of responsibility and accountability amongst many small to medium entrepreneurs. They really don't think it is worth to be responsible, accountable. Accountability is a quality that allows us to be able to deal with a situation decisively. If somebody has done a mistake, you own up to the mistake will be corrected and you learn. And at the same time, we avoid the disappointment to be passed on to the customer, who is going to be a decampaigner of our product, and they are going to see our product in a negative perspective. So we don't want that. So accountability is very important. As much as you might think nobody's going to hold you accountable, they're going to hold your product accountable. They're going to hold your service accountable, and that will definitely destroy your business as an entity that is supposed to make profit and to grow. Time. How much time are we investing in our businesses as small to medium entrepreneurs? A majority of us really don't spend much time. And we don't see it more important to spend time. It is very important, as much as we need to balance our time between the family and the investment activities. But it is important for you to have time to understand your business, time to learn, time to mix and to engage with different stakeholders who make it happen for your business. And it is very important for us to to understand and to have time to understand the operations of our businesses. So as of for today, that's all I have for you. But I promise to come back with more analysis on human character as an investment quality, and what does it entail. Because all the things that we've mentioned, it's trust, it's discipline, it's knowledge, it's responsibility and accountability. They are much deeper than what we've dealt with today. But today, let's end here. And thank you so much for watching. And just expect more of these kind of sessions. And please share your comments as to your reviews. How did you find my analysis of the topic, and if there's anything that you think I missed out in terms of the investment, the context of investment, entrepreneurship, please share with us. Please share with your friends, subscribe, share, like, and engage. Share reviews. The goal is for us to grow each other as an economy, as an African economy, to share some of the things that we observe that we might be overlooking because we have never looked closely into the depth of how does it affect us as entrepreneurs, and how does it benefit us as entrepreneurs. So I hope to invite an investment expert, to engage even some of these topics. So in the meantime, share with us some of the experiences that you might have as an investor, and how have you overcome them, and what are some of the blunders that you've made, what are the wisdom that you have learned over the years. And we keep on learning from each other. From me, Charles, and the whole team, African Achievers Podcast, see you again on the next episode. Keep achieving.